We're going to be starting with volleyball. We're going to Abuja Studios, where the chairman of the League Management Committee of the Nigerian Volleyball Federation, Adamu Tanimu, will be joining us to talk about the Super Cup that is actually going on, in Abuja, and not just that, the plans they have for the sport this year. A lot has been going on in volleyball. I think volleyball is one of those sports you can easily say they're working. Sometimes you hear some federation complaining about them not having money to actually have some tournaments, but then they try as much as possible to have it. But this Super Cup competition, they've not had it for a long time. No, last year did not hold. 2 years ago, they didn't hold. But it's back, and then they feel it will be better. So you'll be joining us from Abuja, telling us more about this, of course, their plans for the year. It's great to have you, Chairman, joining us on the show tonight. Good evening.
Good evening, and I'm happy to be with you. Thank you.
Okay, now, let's start off with the Super Cup, officially serving off in Abuja just yesterday on Monday. And of course, you have about 12 teams participating, men and women. What is the difference? Because you've not had it for a while, but it's coming back. What is different for this year? And of course, why was it not held for a while and now you're bringing it back? What are the new things you guys are putting in place to ensure that it's bigger and better this time around?
Well, thank you very much. First, the Volleyball Federation just came in recently via an election of members into the Board of Administration of the Federation. In the past few years, we have had it rough. We have not had all the competitions that we usually have annually because of many other reasons that is best left behind. When the new leadership of the Federation came into place late last year, precisely in November last year, we came with a mission. And our mission was clear to all of us, led by the president of the Federation, Engineer Musa Nimrod, who has worked tirelessly to gather this group that have the single mind of taking volleyball to that next level that we expect every other person to be interested in. And one of the key areas that we felt we should deal with is bringing back competitions that were otherwise extinct in the volleyball cycle. And one of these competitions is the Super Cup. The Super Cup is a competition that is designed to bring out the champion of champions of all winners of our leagues in the country. And it is supposed to provide a platform for our new comers into the Premier League so that they test waters as regard to how we get to play this game in most of our Premier Leagues. So, be as it may, the Super Cup is actually a championship. It is different from what you find in the league. It is different in the sense that it is no round-robin game. It is a championship whereby clubs are potted and then qualify themselves to the next stage, which is the semi-final and finals. And those that couldn't qualify into those positions are also ranked, and they play themselves up to find themselves in position 4, 5, and 6. So this is where we are at now. And along the line, we have also placed in our calendar all other events that were otherwise being difficult to be staged. And we have the King's Cup that is just coming up in about 2 weeks' time in Kaduna, which is a beach volleyball competition. We have so many other things like the Premier League, which were otherwise played towards the end of the year that bring conflicts in terms of arranging our championship locally with those ones that are at international level. So this year, beginning, we have designed the leagues to start normally between the beginning of the year, latest to the end of June, whereby it is what is obtainable in all leagues around the world. And this is purposely designed to allow the country to have time for international competitions that usually come towards the end of the year. So this is where we are at now. The Super Cup has started. It started yesterday, and is going to take us up to the end of this week. We will cumulatively come to end of it by Saturday, and we will find out who is the winner of all winners in the country.
Interesting. I mean, it's a whole lot there. My colleague is in London, Austin O'Connor. I believe he has some questions for you. Austin, you ready to jump in?
Be part of the, just listen to you guys, because I love it when we talk about sports other than football in Nigeria. It's good to be on the show. Let me quickly get to the chairman of the league management committee. It's good that we're talking about volleyball, and I've been following what engineer Musa Nimrod and his board have been doing. They actually have development up here, and I like that we're doing what we're doing with the Super Cup. But what is the ultimate objective of putting together these competitions that can aid the development of the sports in the country?
Yes, competitions are very important in developing any sport. And without competing, you will not be able to determine the right personnel, the right resources that you need to take Nigeria and place its name on the international level. So it is because of this that we have competitions like the Super Cup. But beyond that, we are going further to go to the root of development. That is the sports championship. I mean the secondary school sports championships. Last year, the secondary school sport competition was carried out in Abuja. We provide the technical input. We provide some other support to make it worthwhile for those kids to compete. So this year, we are making it official. We are placing it under our calendar, and we will be able to track and see those kids that have the potential to become international players, not even only local, but international players. And we will nurture them and take them to that level where they needed to be. And that is just one of it. Then we have some other competitions that will bring in those that have somehow matured, that were otherwise not known to the public, like the All University Games. That one too, we are bringing them under our umbrella. We are providing the technical support. We are providing all other support that they needed, and we will carry them forward and bring them to the eye of the public so that they will be known and they will be nurtured also in the direction of developing volleyball sport in this country. So this is what we are doing. This is what we are, and I hope and pray that we will be able to sustain this tempo so that Nigeria is seen as one of those superpowers among the international volleyball cycle. So especially here in Africa. Thank you.
Okay, final question from me before we let you go. What are some of these international competitions that you are eyeing? I love the fact that you've established you have the secondary school games that can help to develop players from the grassroots level. And of course, obviously from there you have the league, and from there you have the elite level. That's where international competitions come in. Which of these competitions is actually the Federation eyeing this year and also next year that you want to prepare early for and start sourcing for funds, before we have those championships this year?
Yeah, thank you very much. There are very many competitions that we have placed on our calendar. First among them is the African Nations Cup. This is the closest to us. We have the African Club Championships, both male and female. Then on the international cycle, we have competitions that qualify us, or that will qualify us to get into Olympics, especially in terms of beach volleyball. We have some other competitions that are internationally staged with regard to this beach volleyball we're talking about, because as of today, beach volleyball has become a phenomenon in the international cycle of volleyball competitions. So these are the few that we have in mind. But be as it may, 2027 is a year that Nigeria is hosting the Youth Games, which is an international competition of not only volleyball, but some other games. And we're all putting our hands on decks, and we're looking forward to bringing laurels to this country, as we have just done recently in Angola last December, to make sure that Nigeria's name remains where it is in the international cycle of volleyball competitions.
Right. Thank you so much, Chairman of the League Management Committee of the Nigeria Volleyball Federation, Tanimu, for joining us on the program tonight. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and thank you very much.
All right. Let me quickly come to you here, Kendi. I mean, a whole lot, in volleyball. Just in 30 seconds,
I marked out.
You were marking out.
I marked out a word when he mentioned extinct, and I think extinction. He's saying the sport will never really get extinct. So in Africa and Nigeria, but extinction amongst the children. I don't find kids who are excited about volleyball again. But I can remember back then when you were in school, when I was in primary, secondary school, volleyball was one of those sports. No matter if they say there are 6 sports, you'll find handball, volleyball, basketball, football, and then athletics.
And if you're not tall enough for basketball,
you can go straight to volleyball. This is this is what it was, especially for the female. Volleyball was a good hunting ground for female. And extinction, I mentioned, I had to write it down because these are things that you need to do so that we don't lose this fight. Like I've always said, expose children to every kind of sports they can get, and then they'll select the one that suits them. Expose them to volleyball. You'll find loads of children who wants to be a volleyballer.
And Adamu Tanimu is actually doing a lot, and Musa Nimrod also doing a lot concerning this one.